Caitlin Clark is already filled with enthusiasm regarding her new coach in Indianapolis. The rising WNBA talent expressed her admiration for the new head coach of the Indiana Fever, the renowned Purdue women's basketball figure, Stephanie White, during her guest appearance on the Bird and Taurasi Show at the 2025 NCAA Women's Basketball National Championship game. During the championship match on Sunday between the top-seeded South Carolina and the second-seeded UConn, Clark engaged with former WNBA icons Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird as part of their special game coverage. While discussing White, Clark extolled her basketball intelligence and potential to elevate the Fever's performance. "She possesses one of the most astute basketball minds I have ever encountered," stated Clark during the show. "Everyone respects her coaching style and leadership. I'm eager to absorb knowledge from her." Following the conclusion of the 2024 season, Indiana opted for a coaching change, dismissing Christie Sides and appointing White during the offseason. This marks White's second tenure as head coach of the Fever, having previously held the position from 2015 to 2016. White was also part of the Fever's coaching staff from 2011 to 2014, under the direction of Coach Lynn Dunn. She contributed to the team's achievement of a WNBA championship in 2012. The former Purdue standout returns to Indianapolis after coaching the Connecticut Sun for the past 2 seasons. There is considerable positivity surrounding the franchise as they head into the 2025 season, especially with Clark entering her sophomore year. In her rookie season, Clark averaged 19, 2 points, 8, 4 assists, and 7 rebounds per game, guiding Indiana to its first playoff appearance in the WNBA since 2016. She also set multiple league records during her debut year. Additionally, Indiana retains critical players, including Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Lexi Hull from last year's roster. The Fever also took significant steps during the offseason by signing Sophie Cunningham, DeWanna Bonner, Sydney Colson, and Brianna Turner. White is taking over a team that has the potential to contend for a WNBA championship. Throughout her 4 years in the role of WNBA head coach, 2 with the Fever and 2 with the Sun-White, has amassed a record of 92-56. She has successfully led her teams to the playoffs every year, including a journey to the WNBA Finals in 2015 with the Fever. White earned recognition as the WNBA Coach of the Year in 2023. Prior to her coaching career, White was a standout player at Purdue and was part of the 1999 National Championship squad. She garnered the Wade Award, the Honda Sports Award, was selected as an All-American, and received the title of Big Ten Athlete of the Year. As the commencement of the 2025 WNBA season approaches swiftly, Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark addressed the dynamics within the Fever locker room, which faced significant external scrutiny during the previous season. In September 2024, WNBA icon Cheryl Swoops suggested, without providing any proof, that some very significant players on the Indiana roster were unsatisfied with their situation due to the scrutiny and, at times, severe criticism that surrounded Clark during her debut season. "All we heard throughout that week was, 'Indiana, they don't get along,'" recounted retired Phoenix Mercury player Diana Taurasi regarding the narratives circulating prior to her matchup with the Fever last year. Clark participated with Taurasi and Sue Bird on their ESPN program on Sunday during the NCAA Women's Basketball National Championship contest, where she clarified the speculated locker room conflicts. "I believe it's simply something you adjust to," the 23-year-old remarked about the distorted media narratives the team encountered in 2024. "Individuals assume they are aware of what transpires within your locker room, but they truly do not," Clark stated emphatically. "Ultimately, it is just the teammates you have in there, and of course, the coaching staff, and that is what really matters." The numerous off-season changes made by Indiana to build the framework of the organization around Clark have brought several new players into the 2025 season. This includes new head coach Stephanie White and WNBA veterans like DeWanna Bonner, Sydney Colson, and Natasha Howard, along with the talent the Fever will select in the forthcoming WNBA draft next week. This new assembly will need to cultivate chemistry ahead of the Fever's initial exhibition games, which are scheduled for May 3 and 4, just under a month away. Training camp is set to commence on April 27th. Indiana Fever standout Caitlin Clark had an outstanding rookie season overall. However, she did encounter issues with technical fouls. Last season, Clark accumulated 6 technical fouls, falling just one shy of an automatic one-game ban. For the 2025 season, the Fever Guard aims to reduce her technical fouls, a topic she addressed during a recent segment on the Bird and Torresy show. This year, I already informed Fever head coach Stephanie White, that I will aim for a maximum of 2, Clark stated. The Fever would appreciate seeing Clark maintain a total of 2 or fewer technical fouls, in contrast to the 6 from the previous season. It remains uncertain if Clark's commitment will be realized, but her determination to minimize technical fouls in 2025 is evident. Overall, Clark's outlook for 2025 is promising. She showcased exceptional performance during her rookie season, earning the WNBA Rookie of the Year award. Clark is positioned to take another progressive step in the upcoming season. The 23-year-old player recorded an average of 19, 2 points, 8, 4 assists, and 7 rebounds per game during the 2024 season. Additionally, she achieved a shooting percentage of 41, 7 from the field and 34, 4 from the three-point line. While Clark may want to enhance her shooting accuracy, her overall performance last season was commendable. Her display on the court effectively addressed any skepticism from critics. As the WNBA approaches the 2025 season, many individuals within the league hold the belief that she has the potential to claim the MVP title this year. Aja Wilson remains the top player and is anticipated to be a strong contender for the accolade, yet Clark may add an intriguing dynamic to the race. Regardless of her MVP status, Clark is poised for a significant season. The Fever have enhanced their roster, likely providing Clark with additional chances to make a meaningful contribution. Caitlin Clark's technical foul prediction. When discussing technical fouls, it will be fascinating to observe whether Clark can adhere to her prediction of keeping it to 2. Competing with zeal is essential, but incurring a one-game suspension detracts from the team's efforts. Last year, Clark narrowly escaped suspension, which might contribute to her desire to significantly reduce her technical fouls in 2025. Much of the discussion surrounding the Indiana Fever's successful offseason revolves around the athletes they acquired to position themselves as contenders for the 2025 WNBA championship. This focus is justified, as ultimately, it is the players who influence game results. Nevertheless, amidst all the substantial roster changes, it is easy to overlook the fact that the Fever also appointed a new head coach earlier in the offseason. In truth, it seems as though Stephanie White has been part of the franchise for an extended period, which bears some truth, given her history as both a player and coach for the Fever, considering how well she aligns with the team's dynamics. The respect between White and star guard Caitlin Clark is evidently reciprocal. During her guest appearance on ESPN's Bird and Torresy show, which was associated with the broadcast of the 2025 NCAA National Championship game, Clark conveyed a strong endorsement of her new head coach. Stephanie White is one of the most intelligent basketball minds I have ever encountered. Everyone holds her in high regard due to her coaching style and leadership. I am eager to learn from her, Clark articulated, as noted in a post from the Indiana Fever's account on X. Given that Clark has been in Indianapolis throughout this offseason, readying for the forthcoming season, it is evident they have begun to foster their relationship, both in practice and off the court. Fever supporters are eagerly anticipating how this synergy will manifest once the season commences. Indiana Fever standout Caitlin Clark is the latest guest on David Letterman's show, My Next Guest Needs No Introduction. Letterman, the erstwhile host of a talk show and a native of Indianapolis, meticulously selects his guests for each episode. Previous participants have featured prominent figures such as former President Barack Obama, Miley Cyrus, Charles Barkley, Kevin Durant, and Julia Louis-Dreyfus, among others. Here is the recap of Clark's episode. How to view Caitlin Clark's appearance. On David Letterman's show, the episode made its debut on Netflix on April 8th. To view it, a subscription to the streaming platform is required. The episode opens with Clark and Letterman visiting Long's Bakery, a well-known donut shop situated on the near west side of Indianapolis. As patrons inside the establishment quickly recognize them, Letterman generously offers to cover everyone's orders. Fans take the opportunity to snap photographs with Clark and Letterman. The narrative then transitions to the interview segment featuring Clark and Letterman that took place on the campus of Ball State University in Muncie, which was part of the institution's David Letterman Distinguished Professional Lecture and Workshop Series.